Hi everyone, Gleesa here, Made with Glee. This is my second attempt of going live. The first one, there was no sound. I hope you guys can hear me now. I am attempting to do some live crafting. I don't know if this is going to work at all. My setup is a little crazy. It is Sunday night, it's at 9:45. I'm a little tired. It's been a long day. Um, yeah. So what I'm trying to do is just basically finish a craft project that I started a couple days ago. Every month I get a magazine called, hold on, Just Cross Stitch magazine. And they have really great designs. I'll show you the back page, like all of these great patterns that come in here every day. Is it too bright in here for you guys? Let me see if I turn this light on or off. No, it's too dark now. Okay, so basically they have all these patterns, and I usually try to stitch one a month, so it's worth me getting a subscription. So what I did for this month was I stitched up this. It's called Be Mine. Isn't it cute? I love it. And I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's all completed. So the way the designer designed this is how they finished it. It's a tag, like a hanging tag. And I'm going to attempt to do this now myself. And if anyone's watching, you can follow along with me. If you have any questions, let me know. We'll see how this works out. But yeah, this is my first live trying attempt at crafting. So I've stitched my piece and I've ironed it. And what I've done is I basically, and I'm going to cover this up so you don't see the pattern because that's against copyright laws and all of that stuff. So here's the pattern, and I traced out the shape that I want to make the tag, and I cut it out on a piece of paper. And then I just went into my stash and found regular cardboard, a regular piece of cardboard. I actually believe this came from the back of one of my sketchbooks that I filled up and used all the pages. So this is like a hard piece of cardboard. And this is like another piece of cardboard that comes in like the picture frames and things like that. So I also cut that. So I have two identical pieces of cardboard. Normally when you do these cross stitch things, what you do is you, it's called a needleboard. It's like a sticky board that you peel off and you stick it. But I don't have anything like that right now in my stash. So I'm going to use the regular cardboard. And like I said, I have this. Hi, Deborah. Can you hear me now? I hope you guys can hear me. It took me forever to get this thing to work out. My son had to come help me because I'm absolutely clueless about this. By the way, I have to check out your video. I saw you made empanadas. Oh, I love empanadas. It's like one of my favorite things. Jamaican make the Jamaican patties. Guyanese, we have chicken patties. So any sort of pastry with meat inside is my thing. Yay! You can hear me. So I will definitely be checking out your empanada video later. So for this particular thing, like I said, this is how it looks all stitched up in a square. And I just used like a piece of leftover fabric. And these are my two cardboard pieces. And then I went into my stash of fabric scraps. And I just got like a little piece of yellow fabric. So what I'm going to do is basically cover one side of this piece of cardboard with the fabric. And I'm going to get a little dirty and use some Mod Podge, just regular Mod Podge and my fingers on this one to go ahead and stick the fabric onto the piece of cardboard. And then we're going to try to put this all together. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it or not, but I'm definitely going to try. So how you doing, Deb? I am so happy you had good news. That's like the best thing in the world. You know, we go to these doctors and they're great help, but just sometimes waiting for results, it's unbelievably stressful, and I totally understand, what you're going through, and I wish you only the best. Yay, I'm so glad you're doing great. How's your daughter? I hope she's doing well too. So yeah, so basically I'm just taking my finger and rubbing this Mod Podge on here, nice and thick. And then I'm going to take my fabric, make sure I'm, placing it the right side up, and stick it on here like so. Hey, Palette PC, how are you? Thank you for stopping in. I am attempting to finish a piece of cross stitch. This Be Mine from Just Cross Stitch magazine. I'm attempting to finish it completely on a live video, and I know this is crazy. Oh, I'm so glad she's home, Deb. So yeah, that's what I am doing today. I see you've been stitching up some stuff recently. I saw on Instagram. I've been such a slacker. Yeah, it is a really cute pattern. And it's perfect for Valentine's Day. And it was a really quick stitch, too. Like, it literally took me, it would have taken me 2 days if I didn't slack off. But it took me 3 days to do because, I don't stitch all the time. So it took me about 3 days, a couple hours each day to get it done. So I've been trying to get this, what is it called? OBS. You guys have heard of that streaming stuff to work. I was trying to set up my phone and the webcam so that way I can show you what I'm doing down on my desk here at the same time as, you're looking at me. But it just not working out. I'm not really great with technology, and I need my son to come home and help me to figure out what's going on. I know the boys do like the live streaming when they do their gaming and stuff, so I figured they would at least know, what to do, because I can't figure out this thing for the life of me. How to get the two cameras, going at the same time, so that way everything can be seen. Ooh, heart-shaped pillows. Nice. I really haven't done much Valentine's Day crafting. You do? I don't even know how. I mean, I don't know how these kids do it. These young boys. I see all these little kids on there. Yeah, I can't figure it out. I can get the webcam to show on OBS, but I can't get my camera. So like you can see both. You know how the kids do it. They show you both things at the same time. Like you could see their face and you can see their screen at the same time. And that's what I'm trying to do, is to get you guys to see me actually crafting at the same time while I'm talking, and it didn't work out. So on one piece of the cardboard, what I did was I just took Mod Podge and glued the fabric onto it. And now for my actual design, let me go ahead and close my glue and wipe my hands clean before I get it on the front of my stitch. Oh, you do? I only have one monitor, and my setup is just very basic. I just wanted to use my my regular iPhone, have you guys looking at me this way, and then have my iPhone over so you could see the things that I was doing. Yeah, I don't know. Technology, I'm challenged. So now for this one, like I said, this is the piece of cardboard. It's the back of a sketchbook, and you could put like some white batting, but I don't really feel like doing that. I'm just going to go really simple on this, and I think that's pretty much centered. And I'm using, this is some sort of like double-sided tape. I got this off of, I think it was 123stitch.com. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, OBS is it's crazy. So yeah, so this is like I believe the two-sided tape. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I try. This is really how I cope with life and stress is by crafting. I feel if I don't craft every single day, I go crazy. Like I literally have to make something or do something with my hands all the time. See, I'm getting old, you guys. I just turned 45. I know I'm getting old and I can't see as well. I have to go get my eyes checked because these are just readers, and now I'm finding that I can't even like I need it all the time. It's so bad. It's so bad. Age. Why must we age this way? I mean, I don't mind aging, but do we have to like lose all of our abilities as we age? Oh, I hope to be able to see, to do all this cross stitching and still have my hands working while I'm 60. I have carpal tunnel issues. I have tennis elbow issues, and now my eyes are just not the same. So this tape stuff, basically what I do is I cut a little piece off, and let me just show you real quick how cool this tape is. So you take the tape and you stick it on to whatever you're sticking it on, and then when you peel the back off, it leaves the sticky glue there. See, like, look. So there's the and you just peel it off, and there's like a strip of glue. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. The light's kind of bright. Yeah, so there's like a strip of glue, so it makes it so easy to just go ahead and attach your stitching to it. So let's see if I get this right. Oops, no, I think I should go sides first. I hope everybody's having a good night. Yes, it's exactly like that. What is it called? Stitch witchery or something? Ah, Deb. I You know what? I've been very lucky. Everyone in my family wears glasses, and I've been very lucky that it took me until now. But I knew it was coming. It's inevitable that I would be wearing glasses all the time too. So I definitely have to go get my eyes checked out because yeah, it's getting bad where I can't do the things I used to do anymore without putting the glasses on. Yes, Stitch Witchery from 123 Stitch. Yes, perfect. And that thing is great for like when you're doing like if you want to do like a no-sew pillow and hemming pants. I hem my pants. I hem skirts with Stitch Witchery. I've done so many things with that. So far, this is the top of it. See, I haven't stuck anything under here, but I've just wrapped it around. And now I'm gonna do the bottom part. Do you know? Yeah, magnifier. I probably should invest in a magnifier. I actually thought about that. There's somebody I watch. Who do I watch that uses one? Um, what's her name? Oh my goodness, I forgot her name. There's a lady that she wears the one that hangs around her neck, and she does cross stitch. Oh, I can't remember. But I watch her. Is it Julie? No, I don't remember her name now. She has dogs and she does all sorts. She's doing like an old world. I think she's the one who I saw with the magnifier hanging around her neck. And I'm like, you know what? It looks silly, but I might need to invest in that thing because, yeah, you look like a little crazy scientist person with your magnifying glasses hanging around your neck. But I might definitely need that. And you know what I can't do? Like I can't stitch more anything smaller than 18 count anymore. Like I don't even want to try working on linen anymore. It's like it gets to me because once I start doing it, then you know my eyes, and then I'm like, this bothers me, and then I just give up. So I'm pretty much like I'm committing myself to just 18 count. Ah, you do quilting too? I didn't know that. I love to quilt. Seriously, I love to quilt. I have so much fabric here. I have 2 quilt tops that I still have not quilted. I wanted to pay somebody to quilt them for me, but it's very expensive. So I thought, I was going to do it myself on my sewing machine. And I just haven't got around to it because in order for me to quilt something big, you have 3, I have 2. So I don't feel that bad. I have 2 that's completed. It's complete. Oh, that's the easy part. The binding is easy. You know what? One of these days when I do one of my sewing videos, I'll do the binding. It's so easy. I actually like binding better than I do. Oh, from Craftsy. Well, I just got, Craftsy now Blueprint. I just got for my birthday one of their quilting kits that I really like, and I can't wait to get started on it. It's just, I have all these other things going on. Oh, I'll definitely do it. I'll definitely share with you how I bind. And to me, that's like the easiest part of it because I'm like, oh, yes, I'm finally done. I can bind it off. But just quilting the big top, I have a hard time choosing like what to quilt. So pretty much I end up only doing Stitch in the Ditch, which is so easy. Yes, that one. Isn't the colors just simply gorgeous? Oh my gosh. I fell in love with it when I saw all those colors. I love colors. My grandmother and my mom, so both of my grandmothers actually, so one of my grandmothers who I didn't know that well, she used to sell wedding dresses. And my other grandmother, my maternal grandmother who I lived with and stuff, she sewed all of her clothes. And my mom also sewed a lot of clothes and things like that. They used to sew it and sell and do like seamstress work for people. So I've been around sewing machines and sewing since I was a little girl. And I just remember being the one they would like give me, what are those, the things to pick out the stitches when they did something wrong, or if they had to open it to, do some sort of adjustments, they would give me the thing to pick. And I just remember doing that from since I was very, very small, picking out stitches. And eventually it got me onto the sewing machine. It skipped you. It is easy. Can you drive a car? If you can drive a car, you can totally sew. That's how I look at it. I tell everyone that. If you can drive a car, you can totally sew. It's so easy, get it, to sew a straight line. I mean, yes, you get complicated. And it took me a while to sew from like patterns and stuff. But I totally enjoy it. You don't drive? No? Really? Oh my gosh. Wow, you're like actually you're the second person I know that doesn't drive at all. Any particular reason? The person I know, she doesn't drive because she tends to get seizures and she's terrified that she would have a seizure while she was driving. So I don't blame her at all of why she never, took up driving or why she never wanted to, because that would be terrifying. See, I'm a New Yorker. First of all, there was no place to park a car. So we didn't have a car in New York, and I took the subway everywhere. But since I moved to Florida, I had to learn to drive. And I was terrified to drive when I first came down here because we have these big 4-lane highways, and oh my God, you know how New York streets are? They're like little narrow streets. So when I came here, it was so scary to drive those first few months. But now I love driving. Now I drive everywhere. But it's so funny that I never used to drive anywhere at all either. Just subways. I want to go to San Francisco, by the way. I really do. I'd love to visit there. It looks like such a beautiful city. Are you still in San Francisco? Oh, and Deb, how's it going in Puerto Rico with those earthquakes? Are you guys still having aftershocks? Because that is a scary, scary thing to me. Like, we can prepare for when they tell us a hurricane is coming. Lots of change. Really, it's not as nice. I hear you guys on the West Coast have that the big issue with like homelessness. You did, Deborah. I am terrified. Listen, I go to New York almost every year, and all my family members, they have cars and stuff now. I don't drive. I refuse to drive. And they're like, no, you can use the car. Go where you want to go. And I'm like, no, thank you. Yes, Deb is in Puerto Rico, and I'm so worried about you guys and those crazy earthquakes. Oh, you're in Connecticut now? Awesome. All right, so here it is. I wrapped it around. That's how it looks. And this is the back that we're going to stick on. But I need some sort of hanging thingy-majiggy for it. Like, let's see. This thing, you see they have all these bows. I'm not going to do as much as that. I'm just going to do like one big bow. Hi, Kelly. Thanks for joining. Deborah, I swore you were in PR. I didn't know you were in Connecticut. Hello? I swore you are in Puerto Rico still. So, this is the ribbon I think I'm going to use. Can you see it? Oh, this lighting is so horrible. Go ahead, Kelly. It's like burlap with polka dots. Can you see it? There you go. There. It's like burlap and my feet. Oh, gosh. Lady, man, whoever you are, how about no? I'm wearing socks, by the way. Oh, you're visiting. Okay, that's great, Deb. Yeah, I'm glad you're not there while all that stuff is going on. It's just so scary. You cannot plan for, an earthquake. You can plan for a hurricane. You just cannot plan for something like an earthquake. You really want to see my feet? Oh, my goodness. You have got to be kidding. This is not a feet channel. This is a crafting. You'll see my hands. You'll see my ugly face. You'll see my grays and my hair, but you'll never see my feet. I just don't do that. But thanks for watching. So I'm going to take this piece of ribbon and I think I'm just going to fold it this way. Like so. Put a little bit of glue and stick it in between the two layers. And my glue is all stuck. People are so funny and strange. You like earthquakes? Oh my gosh, no. That freaks me out because the earth is literally moving under your feet. Like, no. I am terrified to ever experience an earthquake. Yeah, no. I don't think I would ever be able to, to do that. I would be so scared. You know, Deb, I don't know. I'm a crafter. If they have a hand fetish, that's fine, because you'll see my hands all day long. I'll show you my hands. I don't mind. Look, all my hangnails and everything. Ooh, if somebody got a hand fetish, that's great. True. But what if, have you seen some of those pictures where, the ground there's a big crack in the ground? Like, where was it? Alaska or somewhere when they had their earthquake? There was this huge, crack open up to the depths of hell. I don't know. It was just so... It's terrifying. Terrifying. But like I said, a hurricane is coming. You have, sometimes 10 days. Oh, Deb, I wouldn't even bother. I just think that's kind of funny. All sorts of strange people on YouTube. Hey, and I don't knock them. You got a foot fetish, that's fine. That's your thing. Do it. But, You ain't seeing my feet. So now I put on a bunch of glue on the back, and I'm going to take my little loop, and let's see, somewhere right around here, I'm going to stick it on, and now I'm going to take the other side and stick that on. Now I looked in my stash, I wanted to do some like cording around it, but I couldn't find any lace and any cording. What? What? No! If the ground was sinking in front of me and my stairs disappear, I would be freaking the hell out. Right, Deb? I know. So I think this is it. Yep. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to be now putting this under some weights, like a bunch of books, just so that it sticks, and stays together. Yo, stairs and the ground moving away from me would totally freak me out. Totally freak me out. I don't know. I couldn't handle that. You have to have some sort of mental stamina to be able to like withstand that stuff without, freaking out, because I would freak out. I would go crazy. And I think I need some more glue. When you're doing these things, be generous with your glue. And this is such a quick, easy stitch, and I did it like on scrap fabric, so I'm not worried about putting glue on this. I know some people don't like gluing their cross stitch pieces, but I don't mind on this one just because, like I said, it's scrap fabrics. And there it is. Ta-da! I'm done. Well, I have a little bit of cleaning here to do. Getting all these little pieces in. If you look at this design, they have, what is this? They had a flower on the top, and they had like a flower here and a flower here. But I took the flower out. I didn't like it. I didn't think it looked right, on top, right on top of the honeycomb. So I took the flower out, and I don't think I'll be using a flower on the top of mine. I want to go look to see if I found like a bee or something. E6000, yes, but I've never used E6000 on fabric stuff. I've used it like when I do my other DIYs, glass and things like that. I'll use the E6000. I usually use just Alene tacky glue for when I do cross stitch. And I haven't had a problem with Alene's, and I like Alene's because it dries clear. So if I accidentally do something on the front, it will dry completely clear. So I'm going to try to find like a B button to put on the top. Deb, you were in the National Guard for 10 years. Wow. Oh, yeah, I'm sure she has some interesting stories to tell. Yeah, this stuff. Alene's original tacky glue. I like this fabric. If ever you wanted to do like a no-sew, I would definitely. I've seen people do like these DIYers. They make pillows with hot glue gun. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. Use this stuff, and there's another one called Fabric Fusion that's made just for fabric. It doesn't like set up as quick as this. Like it takes a while, but do I have any Fabric Fusion nearby? No, I don't have the Fabric Fusion near me. It's probably in my stash with the rest of the glues. But those are the two things. Ooh, Deb, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Yeah. There's certain careers I would never. I don't think I could never be a nurse. I could never be a doctor. There's so many things I could never do because I have anxiety in a general, and I could only imagine the things that you may see that it'll scar you for the rest of your life. Like, and I would that kind of stuff would stick on me, you know, like I don't think I'd be able to like get over it easily. But yay! So guys, I actually crafted live with you. I mean, it's not perfect. It's something though, and it's done. And I can actually, you know, display this in my decor. Like I said, I do think something is needed here. Maybe I should make a bow of the same. Should I? Or should I find like something with bees? I don't know. How kind of bow would I make? I don't know. I'm not very good at making bows. Thank you. Yeah, nursing. Oh, Deb, you're a great person for being a nurse. I applaud nurses and doctors in general. It's just something I don't think I have the mental power for. Like, if I can't help someone, it would bother me a lot. And like you said, you lost people. Like, to have someone, you know, pass on my watch, it would be hard. I would take it personally, you know. So I totally understand where you're coming from. You like the bee idea? Yeah, if I could find one, I don't know. I'd have to go shopping, and I don't have a car this week. Like it's been very hectic. This year has started off quite crazy, and I really don't have a car to drive around and go shopping with and stuff. So I'm trying to do things in my house, stuff I have in the stash. Oh wow, two Deborahs and they're both nurses. Wow, that's pretty cool. But yay, I am done. Look, I have little threads hanging out. I need to cut that. Be a little bit neater with my finishes. What are you guys doing for the rest of the night? It's 10 o'clock here, so. Oh, yeah. That's hard. When you're with the elderly, my aunts, two of my aunts work at a assisted living facility here. And, you know, they pretty much go through the end stages of these, you know, people's lives. And I know my aunts sat there, you know, at their deathbed, and she gets attached to them, of course. You know, you work with them for maybe a few months or even a year and stuff, and then you have to go through that. So, yeah. You're in the West Coast. So 8 p.m. So, oh, you have until 11. I usually go by like 11 o'clock. I watch a Daily Show with Trevor Noah. I love him. So I watch that, and I'll probably be cross stitching or, you know, knitting or something. I have so many projects ongoing. It's not funny. And I'm very moody of what I want to work on certain days. Sometimes I just don't feel like doing something and I just want to go start something new. So, what are you knitting? I have a sweater to start and I can't get my gauge right, which is driving me insane because I've tried like 3 different needles already and I can't get the gauge. And usually I don't have that problem. And I don't know what it is about this pattern and this yarn that I can't get gauge no matter how hard I try. So once I get gauge, I'll be able to start. But until I get gauge, I'm just going to be a poncho. Wow, that's a pretty big project to be working on. Give me, see, I tend to do a lot of small shawls and stuff. Ah, Lion Brand. You did a cute Deb. How many things? Girl, you're amazing. That's another stressful job I don't think I can do. I love to cook, and I'm a good cook. I just don't think I can handle the stress of cooking for a lot of people. I would freak out too. That would be, again, anxiety. I did cake decorating for a while, and I would get so stressed out decorating a cake. It's just like, And my husband's like, why? Why are you so stressed out? You're doing a great job. But it was like, I'm presenting this cake to someone on their special occasion. If it doesn't live up to their expectations in any way, like I would feel so terrible. So I would be so stressed out. The cake had to taste good. I had to make like a little extra one just to make sure it tasted good so I could do a taste test. And then I would spend hours and hours decorating the cake and then stress like crazy getting the cake to them because you don't want an accident on the way there. So yeah, I stopped. And then of course the carpal tunnel on my hand wasn't helping. So I can't even hold like the icing bags anymore. But yeah, I couldn't do that. To manage a whole kitchen? No. No. Nope. Couldn't do that either. Your stash, I need to seriously do some stash busting. I like of everything. I have so many cross stitch kits, so much yarn, so much of everything. Fabrics, like I can't even go shopping. I feel guilty now when I go shopping because it's like, oh, do you really? Woman, look at all the things you have already. So I'm really just trying to focus on getting things done that I have because this room it's becoming crazy and my interests change a lot. Like I'm going to be putting up a video tomorrow of my first needle felting project. Yes, I got into needle felting. And you know what? It's addictive. Yeah. I I like stabbing things thousands of times. I really do. So I'm still wearing glasses. So needle felt. See, now I can't see the writing. Ah, geez. True. That is true. I do tell my husband that. Oh, wow, Deb. Ah, well, I like cooking with my mom and my aunt and my family and stuff. I hear you. I am. I need to get myself like this year. I plan like to do like a lot of no spend because I really want to travel. I want to go somewhere, and that expendable income to go anywhere, I tend to buy craft stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I need to stop. I have enough craft things now. I need to save my money to do something else. So I understand you. I tell my husband, I tell my kids this. I tell them that, if ever, or when I go, to make sure they sell my stuff because I put a lot of money into this room. There's just a lot of things in here. So, and I like the idea. I have all these cross stitch kits and all this stuff because I figure one day if we ever go into quarantine or we ever have to get locked down, I am set. I have lots of things to do. Oh, I definitely will. Oh, of course, of course. I see. Since with all the stuff going on in the world right now, I'm not in the mood to go internationally to travel. So I definitely plan on traveling within the U.S. So New Orleans is number one on my list, though. I really want to go there. Really, really want to go there badly. And then after New Orleans, I want to go to the West Coast. I did Las Vegas before, but I haven't gone any further west than Las Vegas. Me either, girl. Nope. I told my kids the same thing. They need to either pick up a hobby and use it, or they need to sell it on eBay because my stuff is worth money. Yep. I don't, and I want to use my yarn before that happens. So, and you guys have seen the Christmas blanket I'm working on. I wanted to do what like a big chevron of just like all the ends and pieces and just make one of those things. Ah, damn. See, the younger women in my family don't follow rules. The older ones are fine. The younger ones, they don't want to hear it. Cruise. You know, it's crazy. I sold cruises. That's what I used to do. I worked in the travel industry for a very long time. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That is tough. That is tough. Yeah, I used to work in the cruise industry and I sold cruises and I sent my mom and my in-laws basically everywhere around the world for like super, super cheap. And they got to see Israel, Russia, Scandinavian countries, China, just they've been everywhere, all of the Caribbean. They've seen it all. So, but I never went on a single cruise. Because I worked in the cruise line, I used to win like prizes. Like you know, you make a certain amount of sales and stuff, you get prizes. I won a cruise to the Mediterranean, a 10-day cruise, all expenses paid for. Did I get to go on that cruise? Nope, because my sons were ages 2 and 4. So there was no way I could leave a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old to go on a cruise. So me and my husband never went. I ended up sending my in-laws, and yes, my in-laws went on that cruise instead of me. So yeah, but I've never done it. I want to do it. I've never done it. Oh, that's a great idea, Deb. My in-laws, they just moved down here. Well, they do wintering here in Florida now, and then they're back in New York. So they're no longer doing the cruise stuff. My father-in-law has health issues, so he's also kind of like housebound now too. So they're not they've stopped traveling. My mom still goes. She and her friends, they do trips and stuff like that. I think the last one, my mom and my aunt and some friends, they went to India. Um, but yeah, Mediterranean is definitely on my bucket list. My when I was selling the cruise, when I was doing the cruise stuff, the Mediterranean cruise my mom and my in-laws did, it was Istanbul to Athens. So they would like fly into Istanbul, start there, and then they would sail through the whole Mediterranean. So they went like to Istanbul and to Santorini and Crete and Cyprus and Mykonos and all these little Greek islands, and then they would stop in Athens, get off on the ship in Athens, and then fly back home. So they got to do it all, and they all. Oh, I also went to Israel. So my mom and my in-laws, they all got to go. This is like in the 90s, before all of this, before 9/11 happened. So they were able to go into Jerusalem and Haifa. The ship actually stopped in Haifa, and then from Haifa they took tours and stuff. So um, yeah, I still would like to do the Mediterranean. It's just that area of the world right now isn't, you know, that great. Ah, that's so sad. It's aging. Aging is it's so tough. It's such a tough thing. Tuscany. I do also want to go to Italy. I definitely want to go to Italy. And I want to go. I really, really would like to go to London. That's my like number one thing that I want to do for my first international trip. If going that way, I have to do London. I haven't done it. 85. Wow. My mom is 70. I hope she's not watching this video and find out I'm telling her age. But that's how my mom is. And guys, it's amazing. I don't know. My mom's a health nut. She's into all of those holistic natural. She watches Dr. Oz and all those weird things, and she looks great. No one believes her age. Like my mom, in her pictures from 40 years ago to now, she looks the same. Wow! Oh, lucky you. See, I want to do that London to Paris, the tunnel thing, the train or whatever they take that connects. I also have family in England. I have my aunt and my uncle live in where is it? Thetford? It's not. It's outside of London, so somewhere Thetford, I believe, is the name of the place. Wow. Deb, what? Your mom is bodybuilding? That's it, the bullet train to Paris. That's what I want to do. Yes, I want to do that so badly. That I would love that to be. Okay, April is my anniversary coming up, and me and my husband usually go somewhere. But so far, we've only pretty much done like Jamaica like 5 times and the Bahamas. My husband works 24/7, so he doesn't get to take off long, so he can't ever commit to me going anywhere. Like the longest trip we did was last year when we went to my home country for 7 days. Usually, I get like 3 days out of my husband for time off, so that's it. 96. That's amazing. I don't know if I wish to live that long. As long as I'm in good health, I wouldn't mind living. April in Paris. See, I want to do April in Paris. My anniversary is April. April 20th is our anniversary, and how many years is it going to be? Oh my God, my son is going to be 22 this year, so 22 years married, and my other son, and almost like 26 together. Yeah, it's been a long time. Do it, do it. I want to see your mom, Deb. I really do. And I want to see her like in her full bodybuilding, posing and all of that stuff. Totally do it, please. That is so cool. Well, my mom is really, I'm 5'2". My mom is super short and tiny and petite, and I think that helps her to stay looking young because she's petite. I only hope the genes rub off and I can stay, I can still look young when I'm her age. Because she looks great for her age. Seriously. I have so many other relatives who are younger than her, and they look older. Like my mother and my father-in-law are the same age, but I mean, they don't look anything near to the same age. They look quite different. So it's amazing. It's amazing how that works out. Guys, I want to thank you so much for sticking out, watching this with me. My first live crafting. I actually did something though. Yay! I'm going to go try to sign off now and get ready to just watch some TV and do some stitching. I'm working on my, I pulled it out because I haven't worked on it since last year. 4'6". She's just, I think your mom and my mom is about the same height, Deb. Because I'm 5'2", so yeah, my mom's about that height. Did I clip it at all? No. I just wrapped the rectangle all the way around. Oh, like when it's drying? No, I'm actually going to go stick this in between like a layer of my art books. I have a bunch of books on the floor. So what I do is like it's a big stack. So I'll like put this on the bottom and I just put this on top. Put a bunch of stuff, but I put like a tissue paper and then I'll put all the books on top and let it dry that way. And it stays. I haven't had a problem with it that way. That's a good idea, but I'm just gonna stick it in between the books and see what happens. Which reminds me, I really do want to work on that quilt too. See, now you got me thinking quilting. I want to go quilt, but it's a little bit too late for me to be doing that. So thank you so much for sticking out and watching this. I will see you guys in another video. I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna go relax, and I'm gonna pull out my cross stitch and do a little bit of stitching tonight, and then that's it. Yeah, this stuff is great. This stuff is great. You will definitely like it. It works on so many things, all sorts of surfaces, but I like it for cross stitch because, like I said, it dries clear. Thank you, Deb. Thank you so much. I'm gonna check out your empanada video. As soon as I'm done this, I think I'll watch that before I head off into my room. I'm going to watch because I love empanadas. I seriously do. Like any sort of pastry with meat inside. That's my thing. Totally love that. Thank you again so much. Bye, you guys. Have a great night.